All right, let's get into the headlines. Joining me now, One Nation Chief of Staff James Ashby and radio host extraordinaire Luke Grant, 2GB, 4BC, overnight. I listen to him all the time. Let's go back to those comments I made about Peter Dutton's, I guess it's a call to the dilemma of opposition, James. Does he make a bad bill less bad? Or does he stick to his principles and say, look, you know, we're not going to do anything that's going to increase taxes? This is something I think is very vexed. He's decided to make a bad bill less bad, but this is something you also have to contend with, One Nation in the Senate, isn't it? What would you recommend?
Well, it's always tough. I understand the path that Peter Dutton's taking here, but the reality of this is that Peter Dutton, when he was a cabinet minister under the Morrison government and previous governments as well, Turnbull and Abbott, had an opportunity to tear up some of that red tape. Almost 10 years they were in government and didn't do it. Why not, Peter? So it's all well and good when you're in opposition to say you want these demands, but you had 10 years to do this. Look, I admit the fact is something needs to be done with the PRRT. One Nation have been the strongest voice on this since 2016. We've been begging both the Morrison government, Turnbull, and also, we have been, and you'll see no greater number of speeches than that of Malcolm Roberts and Pauline Hanson. The truth of the matter is, gas companies in this country, and I'm talking mainly the offshore gas companies, which are controlled by the Commonwealth Government, took over $90 billion worth of gas out of this country in the last 12 months, and they paid about $1 billion in tax. They have got such huge, enormous amounts of tax deductions up their sleeve, somewhere around $360 billion worth of tax credits. And the issue is they're getting this uplift factor of 15%, they're being grandfathered, plus the long-term bond rate, which is about another 3.5%, you might as well say, on their investment. They'll never, ever, ever pay tax on their profits in this country as long as they take gas out of this country. So Peter Dutton needs to know those facts and he needs to get serious. Negotiate by all means. Don't let the Greens have their way in this case. But Peter Dutton can remain strong on this and get some good outcomes for the country.
James is talking there about the PRRT, Petroleum Resource Rent Tax, and this is a Commonwealth scope tax. It's the area around Australia, so offshore. We have gas fields owned by all federal taxpayers, and we obviously charge them money. This is companies who develop those gas fields, so that there is a clip of the ticket for all Australians from that gas once it goes out. I will say just on red tape, don't forget, Tony Abbott, every 6 months we used to have a bonfire of red tape. And Malcolm Turnbull shut all of that down. So blame the others, but leave my boss out of that one.